Hello my crafty friends. Today I'm going to be making a sweet ice cream card. This is in the mini catalog for 2021 and it comes as a bundle or as a suite. And here I have laid out all of the beautiful paper that comes with this. Isn't it pretty? All the popsicles, the ice cream cones, and all the colors. And it comes with a punch to cut out the ice cream, and you can cut these little ice cream portions out of these colored pieces of the paper. Very, very sweet. Okay, that's why they call it sweet ice cream. So beautiful paper. I have to say that Stampin' Up! Does not disappoint when it comes to designer series paper. So the card we're making today, I have all of the pieces cut out. We'll be using the stamp set and the punch. Won't be using the punch, sorry. And I'll be using a 2-inch circle punch and a 1.5-inch circle punch. And I'll be using the second largest stitched frames die and the circle frame stitched frame die and one of the ovals from the ovals set. Okay, so those are the things we'll be using along with all of the stamps. And I'll be using Bermuda Bay and cinnamon cider ink. Okay, also I'll be using some Blackberry Bliss, and I went ahead and stamped the sentiment Happy Birthday in watercolor ink, in Versamark, and heat set it with white embossing powder. And then I just fussy cut that out. It was really simple, really cute. Okay, and so the pieces for the card are I'll give you all of the measurements in my instructions. So the pieces of the card are Bermuda Bay. I'll give you the folds and everything. And I have a piece of Coastal Cabana for the inside of the card. Okay, and I have stamped for the inside as well, or I think this is for the front, treat yourself. I also have the two 1.5-inch circles that I have punched out in Coastal Cabana, and I have used the scoreboard to score them down the center and fold them in half, and you'll need 2 of those. I've already stamped 2 icicles, ice cream bars, I guess you call them. And I've cut out some of the DSP with the popsicles. And that'll be going on the front of the card. Okay, I want to show you how simple it is to stamp these. So I'll take a piece of scratch Whisper White here. And I start with the bottom half of the popsicle. And I'm going to do this one in... Let's do it in Magenta Madness. So you just stamp, hold it there a few seconds for the ink to soak into the paper. Looks like somebody took a big bite out of it. Yummy. Nice warm day today too, so it'd be nice to have a popsicle. And I'm going to stamp the top of it with crushed curry, and you can do so many combinations with this. It's just a really, really nice set. Then what I do is I line up where it's open at the bottom with the opening at the top for the bottom, so that you get a full coverage and come over the popsicle and go straight down. It's easy to line them up because these are photopolymer. And so there you have your popsicle. And then there's a little popsicle stick that comes with it. And we'll do that in the cinnamon cider. And so you take the little popsicle stick and you put it on like that. And then this is like, it makes the little stick look like wood. You could leave it just like that or stamp it with the little wood lines to make it look like that. Okay, and there you have a nice juicy popsicle. Probably would have come down a little bit more with the top so that you don't have the white on there, but you could blend that a little bit. So just to show you how easy it is. And these are very simple to cut out. Very easy lines to fussy cut by hand. So let me clean these stamps and set them aside and show you how I put the card together. So like I said, I'll have all of the measurements and the colors and the scoring on my instructions. Okay. The other thing I wanted to show you is we're going to use a piece of ribbon for this. And I want to show you how I tie my bows. This is called a bow maker. And it's simply an oval with some holes to put these little pegs in. And I do have a few of these on hand in my stock. So I'm going to take a piece of ribbon. This is not Stampin' Up! Ribbon, but I'm going to tie it around the largest oval that we'll be using. So rather than pull it around and tie it, I just put the ribbon around the oval, and I used Scotch tape on the back, and I tied a bow and stuck the bow on with a dot, a glue dot. So you want to take a piece of ribbon, and this is about 9 inches long, and you wrap it around and I'm right-handed, so right over left, and push it under, and then back over, and then switch your hands and turn the left one over and pull it through. So I want to show you that again so that if you happen to have one of these and haven't been able to figure out how to use it, or you're going to get one, it's real simple and they make excellent bows. So again, you wrap it around your two pegs, right over left, take the left one and put it under and then over, and this makes the front of your bow. Okay, so then I switch hands and now put the left piece in my right hand and take the opposite and pull it over and through, and then when you pull it tight, it makes a perfect little bow. Okay, and then you can cut it to either be straight across or have little tails. You can cut it however you want. So here's my bow wrapped around my, so that's called a bow easy. Such a handy little tool to have, because I can't even tie my shoelaces very well, so it's very helpful. Okay, and another thing I wanted to show you is that normally you would use dimensionals to put something like this on, but it would take so many dimensionals that I just die cut a piece of the backing cardboard from a pack of DSP, and I cut it smaller than the circle, so there's barely any hanging over. And you can do this in your die cutting machine. However, it doesn't cut all the way through because it's thicker than cardstock. So you might have to, its sections, just use your scissors or your snips to get around it and clean it off. It's very simple. So I did that for both of these because they'll both be popped up. All right. So let's put the card together. So the inside of the card, I'm going to take the sprinkles from the stamp set, and I'm going to use my Bermuda Bay. And let's see, I want to figure out where I want these because, let's see, I have another. Okay, I put this on dimensional. So I've already stamped this with Treat Yourself, and I'm going to put this on the right-hand side of the inside because when you fold this over, you want it to hold this open. Okay, and I'll show you why in a second when we do the ice cream. So I want some sprinkles to show on both sides of this sentiment, Treat Yourself, because it's your birthday. So I'm just going to do this in Bermuda Bay, and so I want one about there, and I want the other one about down here like this. Okay, and then you have room to write your sentiment on the side. So I'm going to just set this aside until I make the front of the card because I want to be able to lay it flat to do that. So to do the front of the card, I have 2 strips of the Designer Series paper with the popsicles on it. And we're going to just adhere this to the front of the card. There's about 1/8 of an inch, very small area that's not covered. So let me get some glue here. And we'll get this on. So I'm running out of glue here. So it's going on very, very light, but it should work okay. So we'll do this side, and I'm just going to try to center it right in the center of this panel to the right, and then do the left. I'm going to have to get another glue out here. Okay, and then center this one in this panel. Try to make it even with the one next to it. Okay, so the front will be like that. Okay, and then what you're going to do is you're going to take these 2 little circles that you punched, and we're going to glue them right up against the center like this. So let me show you how to do that. And we're going to try to make it right in the center. So let me see if I can. I'm just going to eyeball it. I'm not really going to measure. So put some glue on your half of your folded piece, and you're going to want to put it right in the center, as close to the edge as you can without overlapping the edge. Okay, so it's going to bend like that. Then you're going to take the other one and do the opposite side. And I want to get it right next to that one, but not overlapping. So let's see. I'll move it up just a little bit. Make sure that that's pretty square. It'll work. Okay. Then we're going to take this piece and glue it to the back of, maybe I'll put the glue on this piece. Let me get some better glue here, or some more glue. Just use what I have handy. So the glue around there. And let's place this down on top of that. Like that. Already stamped and cut out my popsicles in Bermuda Bay and Blackberry Bliss. And so I'm going to put those on this stitched frame oval. And I'm going to probably put them about like this. So we need to put the popsicle sticks down. So I'll bring in those 2 stamps and the cinnamon cider and kind of gauge where we want to put those. So one about there and the other one right about there. And I think I will put the little stick part in there. Okay. So there's our popsicle sticks. Now I'm going to put down my popsicles, and I put them on dimensionals. But you know, before we do that, I think we should probably put the backing on this that's going to keep it held up as well. So I'm going to set those aside for a second, and I'm going to glue this to my cardboard piece here. Bits of cardboard there. Okay, and so we'll take the little blue popsicle and put it over here. It's okay if it hangs over a little bit. And we'll put this one over here. And then we're going to take our sentiment, our happy birthday, and we're going to put that right across the top. Now, normally I'd put that on dimensionals, but we have already got this popped up, both of them, on the cardboard. So I think I'm just going to go ahead and, well, let's see if it's popped up. I think it would make it too tall, so I'm just going to glue this down to the top of the popsicles, to the bottom there. It does kind of cover up our bow a little bit, doesn't it? But that's okay. I think I'm going to do that. I'm going to put it right across there. So I'm just going to put glue in the center bottom of it. Put it right across the bottom of the popsicles. Let's see, maybe up a little bit, right about there. And then I'm going to glue this to this one. Okay, so let's see. Okay, so the piece looks like this that you're going to be putting on the front. So if you didn't want this to be brown, you could use the white backing paper from a card paper pack and put it on there. Because when you open this up, you are going to be able to see the back. And so maybe I'll do that. I'll get another one of the ovals die cut out. Let's see. See if I have the right one out. I don't. I'll have to get it out. Anyway, I'm going to cut one of those and put it on here. And then glue this to these 2 tabs. so that when it's on there, it's going to stand, your card is going to stand up and it's going to pop out. I'm sorry I didn't have that cut. But this, let's put the inside together. We're just going to glue this in. And my glue's not wanting to cooperate today. I'm sorry that you hear Sophie in the background. She's being a whiny girl. Okay, and so this you're going to put up on dimensionals and put it on the inside. See if I can get these off of here. Okay, and so that's going to go right over here almost to the edge. Okay, and then I'm going to temporarily stick this down so that you can see. I have some Tombow, this is vellum adhesive, temporary adhesive, removable adhesive, and so I'll go ahead and put this on, but I am going to make a piece for the back to cover that up. So you would put this down right in the center and glue it on so that when you open your card, well, that didn't stick very well, did it? Probably because of the cardboard. So the card will look like this when it's standing up. It's kind of hard to show on screen this way, but when you stand it up, half of it will be forward and it will be just like that. Happy birthday, treat yourself. Okay, so sorry about all the missteps there, and I see I got this little crooked tooth. Things to fix. It happens. And I hope you enjoyed the card. I really think it's really cute. So nice fun set to have. So thank you for watching the video. Take care.